And hello, everybody. We're here. Welcome to the show. And I know you're all tuned in to see more of last week's debacle and utter shit show that took place. Everybody likes a good train wreck, right? So everybody had a little fun watching that. And thank God I wasn't there. That's all I got to say. Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit.
Gruesome.
Hey, I heard that the more people who hit the like and subscribe button, the more of the debacle that happens. It's a dice function or something. So if you really help us out, you want a real more debacle, please do that. Please.
We should all have 1,000 more followers, and after that,
Jesus Christ,
at least
man.
a few hundred.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, it was a hell of a thing. I had to watch it in pieces and parts all throughout the week because it was so bad. I was like, oh no, I can't take it anymore. Pause it. Waited a day. Next day, I'm driving to work. No, Jesus. So it was really apparent here is that y'all just really rely on Columbo too much to save your asses. I think that's kind of it. What do you think?
Oh, I think they wouldn't have been there last week if someone hadn't kept failing their directional rolls the week before so poorly too.
I got them there though. I got them there. That's all that matters.
Well, actually, the goblins got you there.
That's true. They did, didn't they?
Yeah. They removed Columbo from the equation, and things got much better. So
welcome everybody, Tim, Paul, Vance, and I don't think that. So this is all we got. This is the full crew tonight, guys.
Yeah,
we're
I think Ken is busy with work, so he won't be able to join us. So we'll have to.
I think the good news is that this week cannot be worse than last week. I don't believe that it can.
It's kind of hard to see how it could be. I mean, honestly, it's. I don't know. That was.
Well, let me just. You guys just lost your priest, so you guys think about that.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's true.
Yeah. So
I stand corrected.
Right. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. The only reason why Eleanor is still around, and after she blew herself or withered herself, shriveled, withered herself to death.
Yeah.
That the one roll that was made promptly was by the priest that's not here today.
God.
Yeah, I missed a golden opportunity because being a witch, I should have said, I'm melting.
It would have been appropriate.
I missed an opportunity, or I'm withering, whichever one, right?
Yeah, whichever goes for you.
So here's what I'm doing. I just remember if we were on Eric's show, you've seen where he does this drawing and it's a cool little function and you could all see it. So the key word for today, if you hashtag crap, I'm not saying we're doing a drawing, but it's working so far. So far, you have 2 entries. So hashtag crap. And we will, I don't know. Do you have anybody have any crap to auction? So
I might have a spare something.
all right.
Oh, okay. Vince will
cool.
do the giveaway today. That'd be good.
So hashtag crap. That's all. Well, yeah, see if it works. Right now, there are 3 entries. Mine counted as 2. And then Paul put in his one there. So, yeah. All right, cool. Good deal. Yeah, we'll show. It'll be our first time using it. So, what's the cool thing of the week for everybody? What do you got, Tim? What's going on?
Oh, so I went to GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to GameStop in many years. I would say, it's been a few years. And I went in there and I saw something, and then it's like, no, I don't want it. I gotta walk away from it.
What do you got? What
did you buy?
And then I went back, and then I got it.
What do you got there?
Oh,
What is that? Metal dice. Oh my God, that's awesome, man.
It's the Demon Idol dice roller. Yeah, so
nice.
it was on clearance too. So yeah, I haven't gotten it out yet. So
how much did that set you back, man?
I think $30, 25.
Oh, Jesus, that's awesome, man.
I'm going to go to my GameStop right now. I'm
I know.
I'm going to GameStop.
Yeah, right. It wasn't expensive. No, I mean for what it was, I was just like, I'm like, do I want to get it? And I actually went home, and then that night I told Ivy about it, and she goes, "Are you still thinking about it?" I'm like, kind of am. then I went back and ended up picking it up. So.
And you got that thing where like, then she's like, okay, I could use another cast iron pan. Buy it. And you have that, gotta have that balance there. She probably has her eye on something so you can justify with that. Go ahead, buy it.
You know, it's Halloween,
Nice.
season. She's been already buying, Snoopy Halloween mugs.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I know.
Jack Skellington, this or that, and so yeah, she's already.
She's like Crazy Eddie. Everybody from the East Coast remembers that guy. He did his Christmas sale in August.
I speak her name and she shall appear.
Feeling Snoopy
mug.
That's all I wanted. I'm done now.
Yes.
I thought I said her name twice though.
So when you drink it, then you get to see Snoopy waving at you at the bottom of the cup. Yes. There you go. I do like this mug though. It is cool. It's a nice.
That's
one.
nice. What do you got, Paul? What's your cool thing of the week?
I think this game is my cool thing of the week.
You're
not counting last week's game, actually, right? You're starting after the game ended.
That's very presumptive of you there, Paul.
Yeah. This is gonna be my cool thing of the week. Is just hanging out with you guys and hopefully surviving.
Good deal. What do you got, Vance?
I finished off our local game convention last weekend.
You killed people, didn't you?
And I ran 3 games.
Uh-huh.
I ran a session of Deathbringer.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Dungeon Master's little pickup game.
Yep.
Using for the second time, I used Tim's Atticus Stumps.
Nice.
Little mini adventure because we had a 2-hour session and it's great, really flexible because you just keep killing them in various barrows until the end of your time.
Right.
So and then it's gone.
Yeah, and then the other 2 games I ran were BXOSE, and I used actually encounters and maps and stuff I generated for my own home campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And then ran them again with just pickup folks, and we had a lot of fun. We ended up having an elf being bitten in half gruesomely by a wyvern.
Nice.
Grenade throwing, ogre wrestling, and a naked guy running around in the middle of a battlefield. So
as there usually is. Yeah.
You gotta have one.
Always. I mean, it's not a battle, but the fat naked guy running around there, Speaking of fat naked guy, my cool thing of the week was from last week. Actually, it's the reason I wasn't here is my mother had emergency appendix surgery, and the cool thing of the week is that she's fine, doing good on her recovery.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. She's 81. You start everything could go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a domino effect. So yeah. So everything's good there. So anyway, thank you all for joining. Tim is going to kill us now.
Yes. We'll proceed to the slow and horrible
Please
deaths.
proceed with the killing.
Yes. The killing.
If you would like, Vance, could you give us a quick recap of then what happened last week?
Oh God!
He doesn't want to relive it. Look at his face. Should have Paul do it. Paul's the one who has like the massive amounts of shame.
Too much trauma. It's too much trauma.
I didn't want to give him the 1,000-yard stare already this early in the game. Yeah.
I'm triggered already.
Twitching.
So very briefly, we found our way back to the mine, unerringly this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shocker.
And we're able to kind of attempted to ambush the bugbear guard scout out in front, and that first we failed a couple of different spells already, and then he retreated in. We went and chased after him, and then ended up kind of working our way through the this complex, in increasing levels of misery as we make crit fails, lose spells. The only bright spot being Blaga, my goblin attempting to braveheart the goblin slaves in there to rise up against their bugbear master.
You did well.
And we finally, dogpiled enough of these bugbears to essentially.
From what I remember, Vince, it was 9. Well, there was 9 goblins. Is that correct?
I now have my my 9 goblins, the beginnings of my unstoppable goblin army. Yes,
unstoppable horde.
But now you got like 9 dependents, dude. It's like marrying a woman with 9 kids. You got all these mouths to feed and all the support, dude. And on a divorce, you have to have child support and all that. You're fucked, man. I mean, this is going to be a money sink.
Yeah, I'm looking at my meager treasure list here and know that it's all going to go to like, clothes, shoes, school supplies.
Yeah. Oh, Shark is in the audience.
Pay off.
Shark. He's Shark. I remember Shark from 15 freaking years ago or more back in the EN world. He would show up every once a couple months and just drop massive posts that you could tell he's been writing, and then he disappears for like another few months. And it's like they're always good though. Like he had a military background. And what's up, buddy? And they always talked a lot from that realistic perspective. So yeah.
It's very cool.
It's cool. Chubby Funster knows Shark, and Shark knows Chubby Funster. Well, Shark likes chubby stuff. There's more food for the bite, right? So that makes sense.
There you
go. Yeah. Acid Reflow. I haven't seen you before, I don't think, unless I was too drunk to remember. So welcome.
Sure. Yeah. Got some cool stamps. Yeah, I got some cool stamps too. I've got to send some out to another person whose email or address I have to write down too, and send those out. I actually bought extra sheets of stamps for some of my folks that I'm friends with overseas, so they could get the American version of the stamps too. So
cool.
So I send them out over there. All right. So the last thing you guys were doing, from my memory, and I kind of watched. The nice thing about doing the live stuff is I can go back to my memory. That's now my memory now, and see what we did last. And you guys were kind of investigating the little statuette of the stone toad, but seemed kind of especially Ken was a little bit leery of it.
And that's kind of where you left off, right? You didn't get back to town already, or anything.
No, you guys were still in the mine.
All right. Yep. Do I have a token for Kojak there, Tim? You can, or Kojak, Jesus, Columbo. I get my detectives mixed up.
Yep, I'll drop you in there. I think maybe I pushed you off to the side.
Oh, and George as well.
We have a bugbear.
And you have a bugbear kind of. He's the blue one, isn't he? Yep. Vance right there.
Correct.
And do you have control over him, Vance, right now?
No, I don't.
Check.
You may have been.
Let me just fly up. There we go. All right, can you see him now, Vance? Or you got control? Okay. Yeah. And then, I forgot you
need to have control of all 9 goblins.
No, we're not. Yeah, we'll just
represent.
Right. Yeah, that's its own little.
You got to name him, dude. Just name him after the 7 dwarves and add a couple. Sleepy, Sneezy,
Or it'd be like the Waltons, and he can be John Boy.
Yeah, there you go. And the oldest girl, what was her name? Mary Ellen or something like that.
Mary Ellen. Yep.
Or that's Little House on the Prairie. I don't remember. I don't know my.
No, you got it right.
70 shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
what would you guys like? So you've got your 9 goblins, and they look at kind of exhausted and just spent from turning the bugbears into mincemeat.
Tim, am I there? Not just my token is not. Am I there?
I'm getting you there. Yeah, I'm not going to have you wait around.
Okay, I was wondering if I was in,
because knowing these guys, trying to get them back there in a matter of time, I can't. If we relied on that, then you'd be waiting for 2 weeks. So I will just say you are there.
Columbo's he's back in heads. He's back in Hounds Head, just drinking.
I have arrived to save the day, says Columbo. Look, I'm much bigger than all of you too. That's why.
Lost on the way in.
Damn.
All right,
That's great, Vance. It did. I can move Columbo. Yes, I'm good on Columbo. Just need what's your space?
Looks like I have 6 surviving goblins. I think so. That's.
Is it only 6, Vince?
Well, I'm seeing a number of them are X'd out. So
yeah, I remember 2 died. No, maybe it is only 6. Maybe there was 9 total. Let me see.
Yeah, there was originally 9, I think.
Well, no, there's 7 around you. They're just kind of stacked on each other, and then there's 2 over here. So you got 7 around you, man. So kind of spread them out a little bit so you can kind of see them all.
I still do have 9. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you do have 9. Remember there was 2 that were down here that just never showed up. They just stayed down there. They came up, but yeah, you got a small horde of goblins kind of following you around, but they look beaten and battered and just emaciated from not being fed that well. And they kind of have that Cupid doll eye look, just kind of staring blankly a little bit now that the rage has left them.
Yeah.
The bloodlust has left them.
Yeah.
Tim, is this Jurjum? I can't control him if it is.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Okay. Let me set him up here for you.
There was a token where I filled out his hit points in AC.
I know. I don't know why it's not there because I pulled him from his character sheet. Maybe I didn't do his.
Oh yeah, you don't do it from the character sheet. You got to pull it from. What I do is I have
from my handout. That just like, oh, yours isn't there either. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't drag from there. You copy and paste from the other screen the way it carries everything over.
Well, this should because this is connected to the character sheet. It should carry all that shit.
Never
with
does.
it.
Never does. Thank you.
Roll 20 if you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Fix that shit. That's dumb.
Chubby Funster and Shark are talking Shadowdark supplements here.
Oh.
He's
always on the
Sharkmen, weird ships, Kraken, underwater dungeons. Yeah. Coastal monastery Viking. Sounds cool. Shark, when you put it out, let us know, man. We'll pimp that shit. I'm sure it'll be good.
Who's doing that? Shark's doing that?
Yeah, Shark's got some good stuff going there, it looks like.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, Tim gets my tokens. I'm going to take a leak. Shark, entertain the group.
Shark, let's see. Just trying to find everybody's token here. There's Columbo.
Yeah, I downloaded the player.
I got read it.
For
did you get that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. It's somewhere here. I think it's under my big dice.
Well, I figured I wanted more options for when Eleanor passes the game. I wanted more options to look at. So, but it's really good resource.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. I like it a lot.
All right, I am back.
All right, I got you in there now, Columbo.
Okay. Yep, movable and all.
There.
Yep, that's good.
And I haven't yet been able to find the
Jurjum?
I don't. Where did I last use Jurjum at?
Probably in the fight outside this place. He was a beast there.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's where he got his luck point and everything.
Yeah.
Let's see, is he out there? That's right. I put him to the side. That's where I put you guys. I knew I tucked you guys to the side somewhere. That's where it was at. Yeah. Just outside. So copy.
I always have a screen with just the PC tokens and the NPC tokens.
I
always keep that updated and I copy paste, boom, copy. You know what I mean? It just so much.
I have one of those, but I just I thought I was doing a good thing so I put all the NPCs on a character handout with all these character sheets, and I thought I could just
drag from there.
I mean, it would make sense that you could drag over there and had all the information, but no, it does not. Roll 20, fix that shit. Because I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah. And then I got to get you. Then we're also introducing Rita. Because we always forget about Rita, and that's very important to your
Rita the bird.
Yeah. So, in the bird, and I actually gave Rita an attack paw. So,
Okay.
like the distraction tactic you usually use with her.
Right.
Okay. So now she has a button. You can just push it and roll it, to see if it works or not.
Okay. All right. So I can just.
Let's see if I can find her now. Where did I do? Oh, I put her in there. Yep. There she is.
Okay. And she's also she's my spell focus. So
Yep.
she can, I can
Yeah.
cast.
And you knew that before, Paul, or you didn't know about that?
I didn't know that I
you-
could. I didn't know. Well, you had told me about it, but I didn't know that I could use her as a spell focus and then cast my spell wherever she is. So
Yep.
it extends.
That's the way I read it. Yeah, she's your source of the spell.
Okay.
That's the way it reads. I mean, that's I think. I mean, why else really have I don't. If it didn't do that, then having a familiar, well, then it's not a familiar, it's a pet. Familiar should be able to do, and then your familiar doesn't, like in the old D&D days, where if your familiar got killed, then you lost so many hit points permanently.
Permanently, yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah. But the way it is in Shadowdark is if Rita gets killed, Paul can sacrifice 1d4 hit points permanently to bring Rita back.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And I probably read it when I was reading. I probably stopped at your familiar when I was reading it, and
Sure.
so I probably did not read it all the way through. But yeah, it does as far as determining your spell ranges. So
yeah, and I hadn't had time, or it's not that I didn't have time. I hadn't gotten around to read the witch class thoroughly. I just kind of skimmed it and looked at it, and I thought, you know what, I got to know Paul's witch class a little bit better. And when I read it, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, Rita can fly up to somebody, and you can use, and the nice thing too, Paul, is you just have to tell me too, like, because she's still stuck with like a near move and everything like that,
right.
But she can move near 10 feet high.
Oh, that's right.
So even if she is near and you cast some of those spells, it's still going to be close enough. And if they don't have like a missile weapon, if they're just swinging if they just have a regular sword or something like that, you'd be able to keep Rita out of
harm's way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you to be able to use your full class.
Absolutely.
To full potential, because you guys need it. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys realize this too. You guys just defeated like a set of monsters that are more set for a third or fourth level party. Yeah. Yeah, you guys.
Well, we're awesome. So.
Yeah.
How many spells you got left?
Did I mention we defeated all of them without Columbo?
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
Columbo.
Mm-hmm.
So
how's it
what
feel
would you
being
guys?
dead?
Yeah. Well,
It's a lot
be
of
careful
fun.
what
I've
you
been there
ask. You may
before,
know. Yeah, it's not his first time.
Not my first rodeo, buddy.
So
Jeff and I had brunch.
Me
the
and
other
Death
day.
are like this.
I finally found my way here. I walk into the cave. You just killed a whole lot of shit. Did you guys do XP after last session? You have everything, whoever needs, whatever they got?
Yep, and you guys get you get your two. Well, Columbo, you first or second? You're second level now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am second. Yeah.
Okay, and everybody gets your 2 XP for showing up.
So 2 for today. Plus, what did I get for my write up, Tim? Did you ever figure it out?
2. So what it is so it's sort of like the showing up XP.
Okay.
So like when you do a write up, whatever your level is, that's how many XP.
All right. So I have 4 right now. 2 for showing up today, and 2 for my video.
Yep.
Okay.
So
cool.
I might have to do a video on some of the house rules for some of this. I don't know. But okay, so you guys have got 9 goblins, a bugbear, new to the group, and you have the stone toad to the north that's sitting on there with giving Ken's character the heebie-jeebies.
It's hot to the touch. what he told
Well,
us.
not hot, but it's definitely unusually very, just warm. Unnaturally. Unnaturally. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, not knowing the particulars, did you guys investigate that? I figure I just arrived. Did you guys investigate that? What's the deal with it?
Well, look who it is, Columbo.
I had to stop to take a leak, and then after that, I got lost. I stopped to take a leak, and then I hit the refill, of course, for what caused the leak in the first place, and I got lost on the way. Looks like you fared well, though, other than that nasty gash across the face.
Well, we fared well enough, but let's not go off, pissing ourselves away, shall we? Let's stay with the group. Do I need to put on like a little rope and just kind of, make sure you follow along?
It depends. Undergarments go a long way. Just saying. Well, what do we have here then? We have a bugbear, 9 goblins, 1 statue, a chest full of something, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep, pretty much.
But you cleaned the mine out.
And my new friends here have, in gratitude, have given us several buckets of tin and moonstone as well.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And we cleared the mine. We cleared the mine. Yes, we did. So, do you want to? What is that? Is that statue worth anything, or should we just leave it for
the statue? Is not. It's not like a loose statue. It's actually carved into the side of the cavern.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Did anybody try to activate or use it or look at it or inspect it?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people tried to convince him in the chat to do it. A lot of them were giving them suggestions.
Yeah.
So what has been done?
Meta chat.
Hey, lick it. Come on, lick it. Yeah.
Lick it. Or it was kiss it. Yeah.
Kiss it.
Oh yeah, there was a kissing it.
I think it was Swords to Toad. I don't know. It could have been something else.
Sorted out. Yeah.
So what has been done to it that proved useless? Maybe it is a useless statue.
Well, our new bugbear friend here, Cordor, says that his boss used to go in there and maybe say some words to it or something, and seemed to have been some sort of benefit from it, but maybe a blessing or something. But he never himself went close to it because it, gave him the willies.
Does it give me any kind of willies there, Tim?
No.
No? I'll get a little closer to it. Where is it? I'm sorry. Is it this one right here of this area?
Yeah. It's right up here on this stone right there.
All right. I'm going to get a little closer to it. I know John was probably not going to get that close.
No.
Smell it, look at it. Does it anything odd about it? Any symbols or sigils?
Did I show it to you, Joe?
No. Actually, no.
Yeah, bring up the photos.
Is it
stone
silver gob or stone toad? There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So that's what it looks like, huh? And that's all it is? How big is it?
No, it's only probably the size of like a soccer ball. So it's not real big. It's kind of small. Yeah.
I'm not getting any kind of willies off of it or anything.
No, but it is giving off some heat.
So it says it's warm to the touch. I'm not going
to
touch it.
Eleanor and Blogger, you guys remember that Dermot was saying something about Ostin, like when he was getting near the
Ostin, he was saying something about Ostin. What was Ostin?
He was hearing when he was investigating the
he heard that's right. He heard the words Ostin.
Yeah. I have I just have my notes something about aliens, some sort of alien sensation.
Right. Yeah, that it didn't belong here. Yep.
So Ostin was whispered from the frog statue.
Yep.
That's what Draymond heard.
Yep.
Out loud or in people's brains?
In his brain. That's what he was hearing.
I wonder if his magic or whatever makes him able to hear these things.
Or maybe he's just crazy.
Well,
And Joe, in front of the toad also, there
There's
is a
always that.
small, what do you call it? Bowl-like relief in front of it.
What kind of relief?
Like a bowl, like a tiny offering.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the term is for it. It's like a little offering.
Yeah.
Relief,
Like an
in
alms
front
type
of
of thing.
Yeah.
Is it also stone and carved into the wall too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a separate thing. It's just carved right into the stone where the statuette is too.
All right. I'm not getting any kind of creepy willies off of this. I'm going to take one copper piece, Tim,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to drop it into the bowl while saying Ostin.
Okay. All right. Joe, give me
Save versus death.
Wisdom roll and target 18 or above.
Really?
Woo!
Well, nope. Nada.
all right, the single-digit rolls have begun.
There we go.
Okay. Cut scene. We're going to Joe's head.
Yeah.
Columbo's head.
Scary place.
And
What is
as
that?
you drop
Karma? Is that karma? Do I hear you, karma?
as that coin hits the bowl,
Yeah.
you kind of hear the echo of it. And as you hear the echo of it, you kind of feel your spirits, your self just get like pulled through something just very quickly, but you're still in the same place. And all around you, where you're at, it feels very hot there. And you see all like these small toads all like kind of hopping around it's different, but it's still the same, the cavern here.
Yeah.
And you see a very large dwarf standing there, kneeling before the statuette. This dwarf has gray skin. Like I say, he's large. He's like 7 foot tall, but you can tell he's definitely one of the ancestral type dwarves from a different age.
So he's not even he's not a one of those the dark dwarves or whatever you call them in this world, Tim. He's not one of those.
He looks like he could be, yeah. He turns around, yeah. So and you see him making an offering, and he's you hear a lot of words that you recognize as ancient dwarf, dwarven, but you do hear the word or the name Ostin being said repeatedly by him.
Am I physically there or just like in a phantasmally spirit-like form?
It feels, you're feeling the ground around you. You're feeling the heat from the statues. You feel the frogs or the toads jumping across your boots.
Okay. And so he's like in front of the statue kneeling down and I'm standing right next to him essentially.
Pretty much, yep.
Has he noticed me or did and ignored me?
He hasn't responded to you one way or another.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But are his eyes open and can he see me? In other words, I guess I'm trying to ask.
No, he's got his back to you.
Okay. So I'm right behind
You're
him.
kind of standing like, let's say, a few feet behind him.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're a few feet away from the statue now, and he's making that offering. But of course the statuette at this time looks not as worn and
weathered,
weathered and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and the cavern dimensions are the same.
Yeah, they don't look like they've changed too much. It looks like the cavern, you can sense as a whole, this cavern is much larger. Like when you go back in the in the hallway, you hear the echoes, and just your senses to, and you're deeper underground. This is not just like a You go
At the
through
start.
a doorway. You feel like you're underground here.
Gonna carefully, silently step back a few 5 feet, Tim.
Okay.
Maybe 10 if I can. I guess
Yeah.
I'll move my dude.
Yep. Go ahead and move your guy back.
Yep,
All right. And
yeah,
as you're
so-
moving around, you notice that the toads they're not attacking, but they're surrounding you. You notice like all the toads were scattered around. Now they're congregating around you.
Oh, that's nice. Ring of fire toads. So now I'm 10 feet away from this 7 foot tall dwarf, which is an oxymoron, and his back is to me. I'm surrounded by fire
Well,
toads.
it depends what you're a dwarf of. Remember, these guys used to serve the giants, so
That's true. That is true.
it's all relative.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And I'll say, who is Ostin? In the most ancient form of who is I could possibly know.
Sure. And he jerks his head around, and his hand goes to this axe. The axe is, of course, fitting for a dwarf his size, but it's not made of steel. It's not made of hard silver. It looks like you would sense it's probably made of mithril.
Oh. I just my hands, hands up, don't shoot, kind of movement, and just nod my head in respect.
Motions, right?
What?
I'm sorry, what's that, Vance?
Oh, and the other characters could see him making these motions, right?
He is just. You saw him drop. What you guys see him do is he drops the coin and then he just stops moving. He just kind of seems like he's frozen in place. He's not moving to you guys. He just looks.
Yeah, you go wave a hand in front of his eyes, kind of thing.
Right, and you don't see anything. He doesn't respond to it.
Even more than usual. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So I hands up in the air, nod my head, respectfully, and Ostin.
And he points his axe at you, and it's kind of more like a executioner's type of axe.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "What are you?"
I am Columbo.
Who are you?
Columbo, from a time in the distant future, I surmise. I came to this cave, dropped a coin in this basin, and I said the word awesome. Was it fucking awesome?
Yeah.
Austin. And
I'm going to
appeared.
use this bugbear as the dwarf here.
Okay. And I appeared here in front of you.
He steps forward. He's got his axe kind of pointed at you. I was like, "What are you?"
I am a dwarf. We are not what we once were, great master. And I point to him.
He pokes you in the chest with his axe. You're no dwarf.
Just
I am dwarf.
we are. I am. My race is descendant of you. The dwarven race has fallen in the future. It is sad, and now I see what we once were.
He gets a little closer. He puts the axe down a little bit, but you can tell he would chop it off your head in a second here.
Yeah.
He's watching the toads surrounding. You're noticing that if you tried to move right now, Joe, you'd stumble. That's how many toads are kind of on you, and they're kind of crawling up your leg. And he's a little bit up. He kind of turns towards the. So this is who you want. And Ulster can go fuck himself. And you see him. This is embarrassing. He kind of goes by you, and he watches the toad. And the toads are crawling up you, Joe.
Yeah.
And almost like, do you remember that scene from The Matrix where he sticks his fingers in the mirror, and the mirror kind of encases him, and then he opens up his mouth, and the mirror goes in his mouth, and that's kind of what the toads crawl up you, kind of crawl into your mouth and everything, and you just feel your body get pulled back again.
I mean, I'm going to try to close my mouth, obviously. Is there any defense to this or no?
You just go up your nose instead. You can pick whatever orifice you want them going up.
All right, let's stick with the mouth.
Pick your orifice. That's okay. I mean, maybe we can do a random table.
Random orifice roll. I will say no. I am not looking for Ostin. It's just the word that the statue whispered to me. You're already
kind of got consumed by the toes, and you find yourself standing in front of the statue again, back where you were at. You see Blogger going like this in front of you, waving his hand in front of
you. You were gone there for a second. What's going on?
I explained everything I just saw, and so I don't have to reiterate it in detail. And I don't know who that was or what that was, but I kind of want to go back. Call me crazy. That was an interesting experience. And I met from the ancient days, my ancestors. They were a great race indeed. Allies with the giants. Tim, is this before that demon war? Do I estimate that whole?
You're not sure.
Okay.
You have no way of really knowing.
Okay.
Well, what if we all threw a coin in there? Do you think we'd all go down there?
I don't know. I mean, it can't hurt to give it a shot.
That's what you see in the bowl now.
Oh, is it a ring?
Oh,
I will grab that ring and put it right on the finger. Then I look at it as a gift.
All right, Joe.
There we go.
So it is a cursed ring.
Of course it is. Expect nothing less.
As in just that you can't take it off, okay?
All right, okay.
However, it gives you +1 to your AC. Okay? I'm not going to have you do the whole things with this. And it allows you to hold your breath for 1 hour. So if you need to swim, you use type of thing, but you could, like, if you're through talking.
Nice.
However,
there's always a however, boys and girls, in Tim's games.
This
always a however.
While you're wearing the ring, you cannot be healed by magic, only by rest.
Oh.
But I can't ever take it off.
Right now, you don't know. You don't know. Wait, you go to tug it off, and it will not come off now. No.
All right.
You don't cut your finger off.
I am going to say Ostin and try to take it off.
Does it come off?
I am going to say Ostin backwards, Netso, and try to take it off. Nothing?
Nothing? No. Try upside down.
What?
You could try upside down and say his
like
name.
Stand on my head kind of thing and try to
try every direction.
Yeah.
Backwards, sideways. Yeah. So basically it has the toe. It looks just like it is.
Right.
But it's made of another strange metal, and you after you look at it, this is a mithril ring.
Wow. Okay. Sounds good. Discuss amongst yourselves. It says, all right, in my defense, I've had 5 bottles of water at the gym, so I'll be right back. That's my only defense.
That's your only defense, yeah. So you see Joe Colombo put on the ring, guys, without hesitation, and then he tries to pull it off immediately and can't. Then he says Olston, and then says some other word, and still yanking on his finger. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, I don't want to go there now. That's. I'll pass. I'll pass. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Did you guys want the the goblins and the guys to start gathering up all the shit that's in here that's worth it?
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that at the end of the combination of
Yeah, you guys have
the
enough laborers here to do
pails and the that the two casks and the trunk with the miscellaneous stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. You guys got they've got all that stuff, and then like the goblins and everything. One of them comes up and is like, "Blogger, He goes, I hate to bother you. You've done so much for us, but do you have anything to eat?"
Yes, we will. Will basically ditch my. I got my three standard rations, so I'm just gonna pull those out and share them with my beleaguered kin.
Okay. They consume them quickly, and you can tell that they're just shoving it in their mouth. They're not tasting anything. They're just shoving it in their mouth faster than.
Yeah, well, it's jerky and hardtack. I mean, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. And most of them, and most of these goblins have been like beaten up. Like half of them don't even have teeth. They've been bashed out of their faces and stuff like that. So they're yeah, they just look like they're in very sorry shape.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's also I see some bedding up there. I'm gonna just have them go and if they need to grab a couple of blankets and rip stuff apart so they have something to cover their shoulders and give them.
It's only bedding and some symbolized only. It's just kind of like heaps of just some leaves.
It's bugbear,
yeah, nothing worth salvaging out of there. You don't have better. Yeah.
There's no blankets or anything. Very
no,
okay.
No.
We'll I'll basically say I've got a settlement of our kin. We Jurjonk and Castro, they're from there. We can see what we can do.
You got Castro here too, yeah.
Place to stay, and if you want to join, you join. Otherwise, you're free to go and goblin somewhere else.
I don't even see Castro. Where did she
I
go?
don't see her on this right now either.
Might be over something, Tim. If you move stuff around,
she might be buried under something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I thought she was like down here on the tracks, beating things up. That's okay. Yeah, so you see Castro start talking to him, and she. Let me make a roll though, real quick. Yeah, she does a good enough job. She just does a real good job. Soon tells them about the camp, and they'd be welcome, and they could start setting up their own places to live, and they wouldn't have to worry about this or whatever and whatnot. So, and they all seem very agreeable, of course, to it. And
where were you brought from when you were? Where's your homeland?
We used to have a fort that we lived in, kind of. I don't even remember now because I think it was west of here a ways. We used to be part of a kind of a military group. Our leader was pretty strict with that, but we were very well trained, and but we got overwhelmed by magic, and when we awoke and we found ourselves here surrounded by bugbears, and we've been here for, he goes, I'm guessing for over a year, maybe two.
All right. Well, we'll get you guys back on your feet, and you can, as said, you can help our community, or perhaps, if you wish, find your way home.
And they should. Oh no! What Castro said sounds like a good place to start. And you're the one who saved us, so we follow you.
Very good. And like I said, we'll get you back on your feet and back to become the goblins that you are meant to be.
They look at each other, and as much as they would like to have pride in that sentence, they realize how emaciated and pathetic they kind of look now. And he just kind of nods and said, "We will do our best."
Yeah. No shame in the circumstances you are in now. Look forward. There's winter is coming. Oh no, that's not right.
It actually is in this game, man. It is, but, so is I lying? All right. So you're gonna just haul and then head towards the camp, or do you guys want to do anything else here?
I kind of want to go back. I want to go back in. Really? Anybody else want to go
Yeah.
visit? What was that, Vince?
You can continue on with your little vision quest if you want to. I don't.
I wonder who and what they were. Anybody else want to go? Eleanor, you were thinking about it.
Well, I was thinking about it.
I was.
But now that you got that, well, maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know what will be in that thing after we get back out. Is it dangerous there?
There's just these like toads that are kind of warm to the touch that crawl up you and send you back. Other than that, I was fine. I just don't piss off the big guy, I think, is really the gist of it, And I wonder if I go to the other side, if I'm able to take this ring off.
Did you say that he was a dwarf?
He was a twice the size of me dwarf, and he seemed to be a dwarf from back many, perhaps thousands of years ago even.
How did the dwarves back then feel about elves, Tim?
The guy basically was the dwarves and the demons against everybody else.
Yeah, depending on the time frame. We don't know when it was. That printing in the background was an old handout Tim gave me, which I will now explain the time frame to you all. Approximately 4,000. This is Columbo reciting the history of his people.
While you do that, I'm gonna take a bio break too. So,
approximately 4,000 years ago, the dwarves.
I asked Columbo. I said, "What else can we learn? I mean, what else was there that was of any value, or was there anything that we could learn?" Or
he had mithril. He had mithril badass axe. This is a mithril ring. It seems like wherever that just was, there is mithril to be found. Much mithril to be found.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mithril puts all this garbage to shame that we're looking at here. I mean, mithril, I'm retired. I don't know about you, but I'm done.
I'm out.
A minute, I'm done at first, second level. But let me tell you a little bit about the timeline of the Dwarven nation here. About 4,000 years ago, my people were massive in stature, and they served the giants. They were dwarves of massive height, but as the DM said, compared to what? The giants. About 2,000 years ago, the wars of the giants began, and the dwarves were underground. About 1,000 years ago, they returned to the surface, and King Malik was soon after crowned the king of the dwarves. And then Malik died. One of his descendants declared war against all of the surface races. That war, this is about 300 years ago, the dwarves realized they were losing, and so he reached out to dark dwarves who lived deep underground to get the assistance of some demonic forces. And those demonic forces did indeed change the tide of the battle, which was now called the Demon War. The surface races then rallied and devastated the dwarves and the demon armies, and the demonic forces turned against the dwarves and enslaved them. King Herod was killed, and the war with the surface world ended, and then dwarven lands, those ash lands, were consumed by the abyss, I believe. And what dwarves were left, like my people, were scattered across the world to be hunted by all other races. Right now, that this is about 200, 150 years ago. The dwarves began rebuilding their lives. So, with that in mind, that seemed to be one of the dark dwarfs. The DM told me. So, if that is indeed a dark dwarf, he does then, as his race does, fraternize with the demons. So, this is most likely way back. I'm not sure. It's probably 2,000 years ago to about 1,300 years ago time range is what I'm thinking. What I just had hit.
Well, I will.
Mithril.
I will go back with you. I will toss a coin. Does it have to be? What'd you throw in there? A copper piece?
I threw a copper in. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a silver piece in, and say,
"Look at the big baller."
Yeah.
I shall do a copper again because I don't want to. My silver is. You know what? I'll do a silver too. What the hell? Let's live a little. I might come back with something better than this, maybe. Yeah, so I'm down to silver, down to 2. All right, I will do it again and say the magic words again, Tim. As we want to hold hands and do this together, Eleanor, to make sure we arrive in the same place.
That would be a good idea.
Yes. All right. Then we'll say the words while holding hands like gentle lovers, and then we will appear where? If
nothing happens.
Ah, son of a.
That's very cute, though. It's very cute.
I pull my hand away from you. You just wanted to hold my hand. That's it, you filthy dwarf.
I wonder if it doesn't take elves. I will try it again. Just me, Tim.
Okay.
The silver.
Nothing happens.
No?
No, the heat that was once there is now gone.
Oh, okay. It was a one shot, apparently.
Recharge or something like that.
Make an intelligence roll.
Me?
Sure.
Okay.
You're staying closer.
Nope.
Wow. You shall remain ignorant.
I shall indeed. Alas.
And while you guys are doing that, everybody's got everything from
we've been doing Goblin Moving Company.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Is there like a loot list, Tim, these guys get? You know?
I'll get it. We'll get them. I mean, I'll get one for them, but
all right.
For right now,
there was absolutely nothing, Joe. Nothing. We had more.
I heard the video, motherfucker. I know you got stuff, but
I
heard the video.
It's on tape, as they say.
It's on tape, but not being there, I get no share of it. So that's the penalty for missing. No worries. I'll just mug you along the way because I'm the only one with hit points left, apparently. So we're good to go.
All right, we going back to the Goblin Village? Is that where we going?
Yep.
First stop.
All right.
All right, so you've got basically it looks like a caravan train going now. You got like what, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 if you want to count Rita, 19 because Cascrow's not there. So you got 19 people in your little...
So we're very stealthy, moving very quickly, and not burning any resources.
You're like an earthworm slithering through the forest. Yeah.
Now, do we know the way, or do we have to roll more direction?
No. You guys like I said last time. You guys have been here so many times. You guys have actually made a path.
Okay.
Yeah, we know exactly where we've been lost before. You know, we're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Cascrow's been here. She knows. Yeah. She knows enough. So, Cascrow's leading the way. She's kind of scouting the way since she knows it very well, and she stops everybody. She puts up her hand.
All right.
You would estimate you're about halfway there, and you hear something large moving through the trees.
Okay.
You don't quite see it yet.
Is it close?
We'll just duck and cover, I think.
Yeah, is it close?
You can't really tell. Like when it's snapping. It sounds like it's snapping like small trees.
Oh, Christ.
and it's moving through. In your
Toward us or away from us, please?
towards you. It sounds closer than it did a little bit ago.
Son of a bitch. Try to get the hell out of the way fast. Everybody, pick a direction. Pick a 90-degree direction and all go together.
Here we go, Columbo leading into the forest.
Let's go.
God.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to step 20 feet off the trail and never be able to find our way back.
Well, you know.
This is how hikers get lost. Anyway.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go with Vance. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna we're gonna get everybody kind of hunkered off the trail to that direction and
Okay. So you're just gonna try to get them into some undergrowth to be concealed with and everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Eleanor, what do you would you like to do?
I send Rita up to the highest tree that I can find to see if she can report back to me as to maybe what is roaming around out there.
Okay, so she'll go up. Are you staying on the path or are you hiding with the rest of them?
Oh, I'm hiding with the rest of them.
Okay. And Columbo.
I am going to hide off the side as best I can, about 20, 30 feet with the rest of them, you know. Are all the goblins hiding in the same place for the most part?
More or less.
That I will go with them.
Yeah, there's like a mass of humanity hiding behind a fern somewhere.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Completely inconspicuous.
Yeah.
With various buckets and chests and yeah, exactly.
All right. So what I'm going to roll is I'm going to roll a D20. And if I roll high, because there's so fucking many of you guys, I'm actually lowering the difficulty level.
Yeah,
if it rolls a 9 or less, or 9 or more, it detects you guys. If it rolls a 9 or less, it doesn't. You guys, so it ends up, you guys wait there for a while and then you don't hear it. Rita comes down and holds out her wings as far as she can, goes, "Caw!"
Whatever it was, it was big, huh?
She goes, "Ah!" and it goes away.
Whatever it was goes away. Whatever was roaming around out in the thing has moved on.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I like it when Tim rolls ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it should like it. I do.
Yeah.
I don't think I rolled any last week, but
well,
when I get on a roll. All right. So you guys are officially my first party of 19 people ever to hide from a deer.
A deer.
Congratulations.
Wait, that must have been a giant deer if it was knocking down small trees.
I mean, it's a deer in the Comore Forest. Take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Hell,
it's alive for a reason.
It's more likely than a moose, in which case we were potentially fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Monty Python coming across little rabbits.
That's right. Yeah. We know what happened there.
You guys make it back to the camp. Let me pull up the camp map. I'm learning how to use this with the new Roll20 about the way you can drag different people to different maps. Now, that's a little trickier for me, but I think I'm learning it. All right. Did everybody come across to the goblin map then?
Yep.
There it goes. It's in focus even.
Yeah. You guys are on the left-hand side there. I know I don't have everybody, but barring a big battle with the goblins, you guys should be all right.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. What you do? Okay. When you come across here, though, you notice up to the north, you see Delden and Lochlorn up by the. What am I doing? Come on, Lockmorn. I think he's in. I'm gonna change him. They're up by the well.
Okay.
Doing something.
All right. We normally get water from this well.
I'm sorry,
or
what
just
was
get
that?
water from the creek downstream. Do we
There's
get water from the
sorry,
well, or
there's-
do we do?
You get the water from the creek. The well, strangely enough, doesn't have any water in it.
Okay.
So I guess it's just a hole then at that point.
Right.
So, but everybody else seems to be milling around doing their thing. You see Rig Rot kind of writing down something on a book that looks new to you. You didn't notice this book before. And Cass Crow gives them the sign that they're coming in.
All right. And so I'll go marching ahead of my triumphant legion of goblinaires.
Yeah.
And
Goblinaires.
and so I've rescued kin of ours. We've cleared the Stone Tone mine and we've brought the draggled goblins to join us.
And for the first time that you can remember, you see Zern come up to them, and he actually has a look of compassion on his face, and he starts handing them out rations and talking to them, and invites them in, and you are welcome here.
Good.
We'll make you stronger.
They've been beaten down, but they say that they know some skills, and they're happy to help where they can. Oh, and
blade sharpened on a stone.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, here's a cask of ale.
Well, you got two of them actually.
Yeah. Well, I'm potting off one right now for the initial celebration, and then the second one for breakfast. Yeah.
For breakfast. Okay. All right. So you break it open, and they see they don't have that much to eat right now. The goblins, they've kind of gone through the reserves. They got the last time you ate here, they went through that boar pretty quick.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's twice as many of us now.
Well, there's a big ass stag in the woods. Just saying, that'll feed an army.
True. Yep. That there was that. Yeah. So it's nighttime now. You guys reach there just as night's settling in. They're set, and they're everybody's grateful for the ale, of course. The goblins, the ones that you brought in, can't seem to drink that much. It's like they start drinking the ale and they get sick from it.
Right.
It's too strong for their stomachs at this point. Because when you guys taste the ale, this is a very strong ale, and Joe, when you take a sip of it, this is definitely a dwarven ale.
Oh, nice. All right.
Okay.
They're probably drinking on an empty stomach too.
Yeah. But they're everybody kind of comes together and does the whole stone soup thing. I don't know if you guys know that story. I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, so everybody brings what they have, and you guys have a very good community festive meal. Castro comes to you though, Vance, and it's a blogger. It's like, I know we've gotten some things from there, but we're going to need probably some money to kind of get some supplies.
Right.
Is there anything?
Yeah. So I go through my goblin fanny pack, and the first thing I'm going to pull out is I've got that string of copper rings that were holding up that tapestry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's 10 of them versus 10 silver pieces each. And I was like, I think these will hold for a while. I've got some other stuff here, but I think I'm going to let's use this right now. I've got some other silver with me. I've got some hard silver, but I potentially want to use it for something else.
No, these rings will be a good help. I'll go. I assume you guys are going into Hounds Head in the morning. I'll just come with you in the morning, and then I can maybe
we can use these for
trade this for some money.
Harder. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. No. No. She puts her hand on your shoulder. She goes, "You did good." She goes, you're going to make this community succeed the way we're doing this. As long as we can keep each other, I think you're what we needed in here.
I'm just a simple country lawyer or something.
That may be, but she goes, it's good to see someone who's willing to sacrifice themselves to save others and whatnot. And she looks at Eleanor. She goes, and thank you too. I appreciate you helping out our folks. We're not often treated well.
Well, I'm from a place where some of my kind are not treated well at all either. So,
because then you understand. So she invites everybody in. Zern for once doesn't seem bothered by having outsiders in. He doesn't talk to you guys at all.
Right.
But as far as he comes up to you, Vance, and he doesn't say anything, but he pats you on the shoulder. And he kind of nods and pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah. And knowing Zern, I've probably been around and all of that's a fairly ebullient compliment on his.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give him a goblin-y nod. It'd be manly nod, but we're making it appropriate.
Tim, you should give Vance XP for saying the word ebullient in a game. That was the first time I've ever heard that word pronounced in my life. I think I mangled the pronunciation.
I don't. What the hell does that mean?
I like exuberant. I think, but it's a fancy
is that
way
what
to
it
say. I think, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ebullient.
Okay.
I use it occasionally, and I need.
Well, that's good. I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we lost the viewer with your fancy words.
Yeah. Reading rainbows.
Yeah. So yeah, it's as enthusiastic as he ever gets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
After you said that fancy word, Vance, we lost 2 viewers. So knock it off. We like to keep it very lowbrow here.
They were.
Gotta know your audience.
These people didn't sign up for highbrow D&D. I'm sorry.
That's right. No 3
All right, back to
stop
that.
that.
Okay. He's
So
real happy.
For the evening, what would you guys like to do? So we'll go, Vance. What would you like to do during the festivities? Or is there anything special for the night?
I don't really think I can imagine that Bloggo would mostly be kind of working with everybody to make sure everybody's got them bunked up, sorting out blankets, finding spots in the tent, or maybe putting up tarps, or
everybody kind of pitches
stuff
in
at this point from Hounds Head. I know that they're going to go into town to try to get some more building supplies or some other provisions and stuff.
The last time you heard about that, they weren't able to grab any because they didn't have any available. They were waiting for the caravans to come in. The last caravans come in. So,
okay. So it'll probably be, it'll probably be just, kind of a lot of, getting their names, getting a little bit of, getting them kind of distributed essentially. So I think that's probably what Balaga would be, focusing on.
Doing a census, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. Maybe.
What about you?
Yeah, get Rig Rod. You got a new book there, Rig Rod. Is it have words in it already, or are the pages blank?
He goes, he opens it up and he's like, they're blank. Holds it up because except for the ones I wrote in.
Oh, what are you writing?
I just write down my thoughts. I've been doing a little journaling, and I've been just trying to figure out my. I got to figure out this magic thing. I found some interesting things in the forest. I went for a walk. I know I'm not supposed to by myself, but I did anyways. Just to have some contemplation, and I found this tree that had this writing all over it, and I could understand some of it, but I couldn't understand all of it. And nested in the roots of the tree was this book. And I asked the tree if there was an owner. Tree didn't say anything. I was glad for that. And I decided I would take the book. I didn't want it to get ruined.
That's good. Would you be willing to spare a page to write down all the newcomers' names? And
oh yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah,
I'd be more than happy to do that.
We'll do that, and then we can talk about this tree in the morning, maybe.
Oh, of course, yes. That'll be. It's a
does
very
it have
interesting tree.
Words, and does it have the pretty pictures like in some of my scrolls and some of my book?
I think so. I kind of recognize some of it. Like I said, not all of it. There's a lot, but I feel like I could. I just have to study it for a little while.
Yeah. Well, and maybe we can go there in the morning or something while everybody's shopping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like that. I want to go back because I thought it was a very fascinating place.
All right.
All right. Is there anybody else you wanted to connect with that night then too, Vance?
No, I think that's mostly it for now. Just
okay.
Doing
all right, let's go with Eleanor. What would you and your little raven friend like to do, and your two children?
Well,
the two Chucky dolls.
My two Chucky dolls. Well, I'm going to make sure that they are. I'm going to, if there's enough food for them and everything, that's good too. If I don't have to use any of my rations, but
no, they make everything stretch. Like I said, everybody brings something for it. Right. Make a big stew, and everybody just takes part in it.
I am talking with them, and I am encouraging them. I am building them up that they did a good job, and I know that. Gunry, I know that I'm trying to debrief them basically, because Gunry died for about a minute.
Yeah, he went down. Yeah,
so he's trauma filled there. So I'm trying to just say I'm trying to build them up. I'm trying to encourage them. I'm trying to give them
him roll a wisdom roll, B to 12.
Who me do a wisdom
for
roll?
Gunnery.
For Gunnery, okay.
Yeah, but roll Gunnery's wisdom.
Gotcha. Let me get Gunnery's in here. All right, little thing for Gunnery. Well,
maybe.
I don't know why his sheet won't open, but I'll go back here. He's over here. I'll get him that way. No, I tried to click. I tried to click on the token to do that, but he's in the thing. I got him.
So he's in the handout. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
7. Okay. He seems pretty shaken. He's sort of just staring, and it's like you're saying stuff, and he's nodding, but
yeah,
he's elsewhere.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, that's what
about-
I'm doing. I'm just encouraging them and trying to
Okay.
give them as many life lessons and kind of like, debriefing to say, well, what did we learn from this, boys? what did we discover not to do? Okay. And first of all, let me share that don't always. I'm trying to tell them to say, now listen, sometimes you're going to die. It happens. So listen, you gotta listen. You just gotta rub a little dirt on it and get up.
And you see Burns like stand up and he goes, I learned I need more knives. And you see that now he's got a knife in each hand and he's got another dagger in his, so he's got 3 knives on him now. So he's dual wife, dual knife, little Chucky doll, nasty little redheaded, mean little fucker, just ready to take on the world right now.
There we go.
And Gunnery, Gunnery's still
Not yet. He's bringing
he's
them
not
along.
there
Look,
yet.
you got to face death at least once. Okay, you got to go through it. Okay,
Per day.
per day.
Per
Yeah,
day,
pretty much.
yeah.
And then you get used to it, and then you say, okay, I'm no longer afraid of it. It comes for us all, boys.
And Burns is eating up everything you're saying. He's just like, yeah.
Memento Mori, boys. Yeah, exactly.
And you feel like if the Tarrasque showed up, Burns would just stab it in the toe. He wouldn't back down. He just run up there and stab it in the toe. He's kind of like what the Marines are in their last week of basic training.
Oh, there we
Like
go.
they'll attack a tank with a knife.
There we go.
Yeah. At that point.
Yep.
So
I'm
right.
going to keep an eye. I'm sleeping with one eye open there, Burns. One eye open.
And you, Columbo, what would you like to do here for the evening?
It's not so much the evening. Once everybody's sort of settled back in just before bed sort of thing, I want to ask these guys, so what did you acknowledging that is their loot, what did you get? Anything interesting from this place? It looks like, these guys are carrying a lot of stuff. What did you pull out of here?
Yeah. Well, it was all pretty standard stuff. We got, the tin from the goblins and some moonstones, which are useful for those
necromancy.
guys that like to play with the dead. Yeah. And well, we got the ale, which we've taken care of already. We get a chest that looks like they cleaned out somebody's dining room.
What?
Oh, it's a chest. The chest had linens, dinnerware, a mirror, perfume, and some other miscellany in it.
Linens, dinnerware, perfume.
So the goblins can at least throw a nice dinner party.
Basically, there's like 100 silver pieces worth of like finery stuff in there, just of assorted items and that. But it looks like it came from it. It looks like a hope chest almost, if you'd have to guess that. Why it was there, who knows?
Yeah.
You guys haven't figured out.
Is there any symbol on it or anything that
gallery or something? Perhaps.
Yes, I was wondering.
There like when you guys move the chest and everything, and check it out, you find a symbol on the bottom of it, like a maker's mark. Not so much a symbol of maybe a royal house, but at least who made the chest.
What does it say? Like, is there any? Do I recognize the? I guess
No.
No. Okay. So is the chest itself made anything special? Is it worth anything?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's included in the 100. The whole thing, the whole package is worth 100 silver for everything inside. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can probably get some trade for this tin too.
Well, don't forget, we already have 10. We have 10 gobs, and if we get 20, we get 18 silver. How many gobs did you get?
We have 7 buckets worth.
7.
So basically, it equals the amount. Each bucket is equal to getting them 18 silver.
Equals 18 silver.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. And then the moonstones, how many of those did you pull out?
2 buckets.
Oh, okay, nice. So nothing. So other than we got tin, we got moonstones, and you got a fancy chest with some fancy stuff in there. Is there anything else that was more interesting, or gave any clues about anything at all? Or is that pretty much it?
It was fairly mundane material. I mean, these were just bugbear miners. It wasn't like, and of course their boss got away, and he may have had something, trinket that he might have liked or something like that. Or,
gotcha.
But everybody else, they just had their usual pocket change and
remember, you guys have a bugbear with you still.
Oh yeah. How's we forgot about him? How is everybody responding to a bugbear stumbling?
The bugbear himself, he's staying away from the camp. He goes, I'll be, he goes, I'm not going in there.
What's his name, Tim? Do we know?
I didn't give him a name.
Okay. Okay.
Or it was
Did I give him a
Corridor
name?
Boss.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah.
So what was it, Vince?
Korgor.
Korgor. Okay.
Yeah.
Just add notes here from last time. All right. So you got a bugbear. You got a whole lot of stuff out of there, and all right. And you got a whole. Sounds like these new goblin friends that you made are going to be staying here. There, Blaga. They're not going to be going with us back to Hounds Head.
Yeah, they're in no shape to travel.
Okay.
I think we'll probably have a few casts and maybe a couple others will probably go back to Hounds Head with us, and we'll do some trading.
All right. So Hounds Head in the morning, then we head out. Right. Be there in a couple hours. So we'll be there by lunch.
Yep.
Is it a well-beaten trails in case Joe's leading us?
Yeah. No, you guys won't have any trouble. But tonight, I need Joe to roll me a wisdom roll. Need a 12 or better.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Nothing good comes of getting a magic item from Tim. Here it is. Let's see what happens. 20. Hey, look at that.
It's not a nat 20, but it's good.
I'll take it. It's a 19.
At least there's good rolls. Oh well.
And then everybody sleeps well. So if there's any missing hit points, everybody's back up to max hit points.
Yep.
And everything. For you, Paul, you while you're sleeping, you usually have some sort of like restful dreams of what's your page, Tatiana?
Tatiana of the Fae.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I've been talking to her about my death. By the way, that's part of my ritual at night. Is I talk with Tatiana about various things, and this is particularly because I'm sure at some point I had some vision of her. I imagine in my death, but
strangely, you did not. That's what scares you.
Oh, maybe because you failed at the spell.
And she doesn't visit, like you usually get some sort of feeling at night that kind of helps replenish, and that she's not there.
Mm-mm.
So do I sense that none of my spells have been restored?
When you wake up, do you try to do anything?
Well, I try to sense them. I mean, do I need to try one to know that they're working, or?
You feel not much different, but you just feel this absence of something.
Well, I will try to cast a spell then. I will.
Okay. Which one would you like to cast?
Well, Shadow Dance probably, because that's the one I have left. I think I have Shadow Dance and Witchlight that were left over. So I will try, because I know that the eye bite is gone.
Right, that's gone for a week. Yep.
So the only ones I know that I would have back is Shadow Dance, Fog, and Witchlight. So I will try my Shadow Dance.
Okay.
We'll see if that is a thing.
Yeah, you cast it without any problem, but when you do cast it, you feel resistance.
Resistance, like it didn't want to cast.
Right.
Oh, I don't like that. So me and Tatiana have to talk.
Yo, lady,
Wow.
where be my spells?
Well, the thing is too, as I have to do, was there any vision? I mean, because I would know too that if there's any penance to be given, do I need to roll on the penance chart?
Well, did you ever read the attributes of Tatiana?
Well,
Whoa.
yes. I mean, well,
Go ahead and read.
yes.
Go ahead and read, or at least the first.
Says the fickle queen of the Fae who views all of existence as a whimsical dream within hidden meaning and poignant drama. Tatiana seeks mischief, beauty, and artistry.
Exactly. So you know that there are times when if you do not keep her entertained or she's offended by something that you do, she has a tendency to withdraw.
Oh, just like a woman.
Dude, I spent 50-something years of my adult life, or at least the more mature years, well, if you can call me mature, looking for crazy chicks. I have an eye for crazy girls, right? And crazy eyes. I would not want one as my god.
Yeah.
No, I would not want one as my god, though, dude. It's one thing to hang around with them for fun, but you don't hook up on that level with them.
Well, being a woman, I understand though. Being my character being a woman.
Oh, okay.
Because Eleanor, well, I know. I'm not saying that as a man. I'm saying that as her.
And Tatiana is a fae on top of it. So
I know. Crazy on crazy. Jesus Christ, dude.
So, all right. So you guys wake up. Then. Everybody's your spells are restored, except for Eyebite, of course.
Except for Eyebite.
Still blowing in the wind, brother.
That's right. And
then, but everybody else has got their health up to max and head off to Hounds Head. You feel when you break through the tree line. You notice that the first snow is coming down. It is just a light, sparse snow. It's definitely the temperatures have dropped significantly since the last time you were out here. And as you guys hit the main road, and not that it makes too much of a difference, but I'll switch it to the regional map here. As you hit the main road, you see a caravan coming down from the Gorgon Craigs. So you guys come out right about, well, there's your token. You guys come out there and you see a small caravan that's just full with iron ore and silver and tin and copper coming down there. You can smell it all, Columbo.
They look well armed and armored and protected and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, they're very well armed in that. The guards that they have, because they have several guards that are surrounding the wagons, and they're all dressed in plate mail. They all have swords and bows and everything. But you also know that they have mages as guards too, with that. So yeah, this is the miners that go up to the Gorgon Craigs don't mess around. They have to be well armed because they're going into the middle of going into a bad section of the Comora Forest, so they have to protect themselves. So if they're coming back, that's usually. They usually have some sort of souvenir too from some creature that they have defeated or.
Okay.
It's not the head of a giant deer, is it?
As they approached him, I raised my hand and brothers.
They don't stop.
I mind if we tag along behind you for protection.
They don't respond. They just keep walking.
I'm going to suggest we tag along behind them for protection, boys and girls, just because nobody's going to fuck with them. And if we're close to them, they're not going to fuck with us.
Yeah, you guys make it back to Hounds Head without any problem.
All right.
When you approach Hounds Head, you notice too there's definitely a lot more wagons in Hounds Head now. It seems like the last of the winter caravans are coming through for the last hurrah, selling supplies and making deals and whatnot. So Hounds Head is definitely a lot more active than it normally is. And I'll move you over there.
All right. Oh, that's our name, Apocalyptic Calamity, huh? When did that pop? Is that new?
I think you guys did that. What, the first session or?
Yeah. Okay, I forget.
I think Vance came up with that one, didn't you, Vance?
I don't remember.
Yeah, one of you came up
Sounds
with
like something I would say, but I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. Somebody
I
switched the
can't
name, so
yeah.
I mean, it's appropriate.
Sounds like a fancy word. I can see Vance saying it.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the limited liability too, so you're good.
Yeah.
True.
I cannot be held responsible for what I do.
The red shirts can't sue us. The families of the red shirts cannot sue us for personally anything. Yeah,
No,
perfect.
No. So
all right.
So what would you like to do? So what? Okay, Joe. So part of your absence from the last one, you helped the farmers get set up in their homestead.
Okay, makes sense.
So you went over there. Ivanov helps you. Showed you around, and he actually set him up in this in the shadow of this old Northman fortress. There's not too much left of it, but there's this really nice the tower. The part of the tower is still there, and so they can use that for possible, like guard duty or something like that up there. And the bottom of it is a great place to, for cool storage. Okay. So it's a good storage area. And he had given them a couple wagons of stuff to begin building things and rations. Ivanov probably, when he gave him all that stuff, and he actually hired some builders to help him out and everything, he probably gave him 500 silver worth of stuff easily. Wow. Just right off the bat, and just wished them good luck and just warned them about the Cumor Forest, and was very told them, like, if anything happened, they were always come to Hounds Head. If you run into trouble, come into Hounds Head. They're about an hour away from Hounds Head.
Read my mind.
To the west.
Hour. Okay.
And I'll update the regional map next time to note where that location is and everything. So, and they were all very thankful for your assistance and them for you helping them get there.
No problem. No problem at all. Happy to help out. Okay, I think the notes are.
So those tents are now kind of now those aren't like refugee tents. Now it's just overfill of caravan guards, different merchants, people traveling, like the homesteaders that are around in the area are coming in to get supplies and just to have somebody new to talk to besides their own damn family, just somebody to talk to. And there is a small troop of maskers that are coming through that visit every once in a while. So they are there and entertaining people in the streets, and they're doing little tricks. They're doing little scenes out around to draw everybody into. They're going to have a show tonight at the Angry Priest and trying to bring as many people in as they possibly can.
Sounds like a good show. I think the first thing we should do is get a reward for clearing the mine, though, right?
Well, they gave us 50%, didn't they? Up front.
I thought so. Yeah. That sounds right.
The two dwarves.
Yeah.
They said they would give you 50 to go and then 50 when you come back. Yeah.
50% or 50 silvers, Tim? Or was it the same thing?
Silver. But they said that if everything worked out, there was going to be something on top of that. They just did not specify.
Well, let's go see him. wherever they're at. Hit the inn first. Maybe they're there having a brew.
Okay. All right. I'll just pop you into. So you see him sitting at the table at the Hounds Head, or Hounds Head, at the Angry Priest Inn. Kind of their normal. They're over here in this. You guys can see that. So
Ivanov is there as well.
Oh, did I switch? I didn't switch myself. There we go. It helps if I do everybody.
Alfric, there they are.
Yeah.
Angry Bob is still there, being angry. It looks like.
Yeah, nobody's hired him yet.
Shocker.
he's still standing against the wall. But yeah, you see the dwarves sitting over there. They're having a typical meal, talking, and they see you guys come in, and they're like, "Gentlemen, join us, join us. Do you have news?"
Good news indeed. The mines are cleared. Where's the bugbear, Tim? Is he with us? That'd be looking a little weird.
I don't know. Where do you guys want the bugbear at?
I would expect that we would have left him out near the goblin camp.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the bugbear goes. He talks because you charmed him, right, Vance? You charmed him.
He wasn't charmed. He surrendered to us.
Oh, that's right. He surrendered to you.
I tried to charm one, but they're too high level to.
That's right. He goes, with no disrespect, Blaga, I wish to return back into the forest. I don't know how long I'll last in there, but these if I stay around the goblins, eventually they'll attack, and then I will have to kill as many as I possibly can. And then for this time being, I swore to you I wouldn't harm anybody, and I don't want to go back on that promise right now.
That's as honorable as a bugbear can be. I help him carve a club and send him on his merry way.
Okay, and he goes, and if we meet again, he goes, I will be your enemy.
Likewise, and
but for now, he puts out his hand.
Fight trying to stab and smash one another.
Right.
Carry on.
But he goes, but for now, and he holds out his big, meaty bugbear paw.
Oh yeah, yeah. We fist bump, manly, gobbling.
Yeah.
And send him on his way.
All right. He see him walk. He's got his great club back, and he heads off into the forest. All right. So that takes care of the bugbear then.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just get him out of it.
So Olgar and I have been talking. Alric's talking to you guys, and we wanted to make sure you get reward. And they said we're going to assume, of course, you've done what you've done, because we wouldn't have sent you otherwise. And he hands out. You each get 50 silver pieces, and that.
All right.
Is you're missing one of your. Don't tell me he's joined the Comor Forest, has he?
Talking about Ken.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's taking a constitutional.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll save this for him when he comes back in. But me and my brother have been talking. And, I'm sorry, what's that?
Was it 50 silver each or 50 total?
No, 50 each. Yeah, you each get 50 silver each. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We've been talking, and we want to make you partners in the mine.
Does that require an upfront investment of, say, perhaps 50 silver?
We're looking for you guys more as a, not so much as a financial partner, but one that can help us with issues that come up. I mean, while you guys have cleared the mine, it's still a Comor forest, and sometimes things need weeded out. And having an investment in a place that would be beneficial to you might motivate you more to help us out in the future, to keep your investment free of killing monsters and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, that sounds generous. Perhaps we should wait till our other comrade joins us, and so we can have a quorum.
I whispered to Columbo, tell him about the toad.
Are we going to tell him about the toad? Ixnay on the toad name?
That's crow. I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's an old dwarf thing, right?
It is. Well, these are dwarves.
They are dwarves.
Yeah. There is. I'm going to say, in full disclosure, my brothers, there is something of note in this mine that you should be aware of. And there's this frog statue that was warm to the touch. And there's a bowl. It's carved into the wall itself. And there's a bowl carved into the wall itself as well under it. And the statue whispers in your mind a certain word. And I dropped the copper in the bowl and said the word, and I was transported back in time to our ancient brethren. There was a 7.5 foot tall dark dwarf in front of me, and surrounded by fiery frogs and toads, and toads. And you wonder what the hell I was. And then he had the toads cover me up and sent me back, and I left with this. I hold up the ring, which I cannot take off.
Oh, you've been touched by Olston.
Yes, was that Ostin that I saw? Who and what is Ostin?
You see Alric and Olger look at each other, and there's definitely a look of concern on both of their faces. So it's still active there?
It was no longer warm to the touch. But I don't know if it could be warmed up again or what could happen. I don't know.
We heard from one of the occupants of the mine that their leader would visit it periodically. So, and perhaps he was touched as well. But if he visited it more than once, it means that it comes back, to life or recharges or something.
True. But we don't know if he ever actually transported himself, do we? Spirit of it. And, we just know he tried to talk.
Yeah, our contact had no knowledge of his.
What is Ostin, and what does it mean that I've been touched by this Ostin being?
Ulrich looks at his brothers and says, we should tell them. Olger goes, it will only confuse things.
I need to know what I've been touched by. I'll show you where the
we need to know what he was touched by.
Yeah, and where.
Show us on the doll.
Hold up
So Alric goes, you see, he pulls out this scroll, and he looks, at Eleanor and Blagus. This is not something I'm proud about, and not something I like to share. But we dwarves, as you know, have not the best of histories. And unfortunately, this mine still has the residue of our former or of our ancestors. But he opens up this scroll, and it looks old. It looks like it's on some sort of weird hide. The edges are all frayed, and he kind of smooths it out as best he can. And you see a picture of the toad and everything, but it has more. I guess the best way to do it, it looks more demonic in the picture that's on the thing. He was one of the demons that led the dwarves into battle against the. And you see him catch himself saying lesser races, and he goes the surface races.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew, and Olga goes, it doesn't do any good bringing this back up. And Alec's like, obviously, something's still going on there. We have to take into account for this.
Yeah, look at my ring. Obviously, something's going on. I can't take this off, and I cannot be healed when this is on.
Oliver kind of flinches back when you show him the ring. He's like,
Yeah.
and Alaric was like, oh, go ahead, Blaga.
Yeah. Well, are you not concerned about yourselves perhaps falling under its influence?
Well, we were going to hire 3 different types of priests to see if they could banish whatever may be in there, or at least cleanse it somewhat before we started. We wanted to get the mind cleansed and blessed before we started our work. It's a custom that we do these days. Usually we just do it with one priest, but we figured that with a priest of Delaquane, a priest of Sarath, and then the blessings of the innocence goddess, we would it would cover maybe what was left in there.
What does this ring mean to you? Why did you flinch so?
It's a ring that was he points at the scroll there, and you see a picture of your ring.
Oh, what is it? Can I read the scroll? Is it in Dwarvish? Is it something?
I'll tell you what. Give me an intelligence roll.
There we go.
Yep,
I will.
Come on, big boy.
I will use my luck on this one, Tim.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Good.
Yeah. Because I've been rolling shit on skill checks lately.
Yeah, I hear you. No.
Hey. All right, man. I didn't need it, but I'll take it.
No, it's always be safe than sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
When you start reading, it looks like it was like a symbol of office, like of a position within the military of Ostin. You would probably consider it as you weren't high up, but you would be a leader of troops if you wore this.
Okay. Like
but that means
sergeant,
basically this thing
leader?
means you've been recognized by Ostin.
Oh. Okay. Back then, in other words.
Yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, so it's one of and whoever wrote this doesn't seem like they even lived in the time of this. This is stuff that they collected it from third-party resources and maybe someone's that they've spoken to. But this is not first-hand knowledge. This is like third-party knowledge that they've collected from possible first-hand sources.
Well, my brother, since I came across this cursed ring in service to you, and you seem to have information about this cursed ring and what I'm going to be dealing with, would you mind if I read that scroll and tried to understand?
You basically did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's not a lot to it, not too much.
Gotcha.
I mean, it goes into more detail a little bit about Ostin and his position, but you have no context to really understand what the hell that means. But the important stuff that you were able to, it's not
the gist out of it. Okay.
Yeah, you got the basic gist of it. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to do it an official Tim Shorts hangout or handout rather of you know what I mean?
I reserve the right to possibly do that later.
All right.
No, but for all intents and purposes, that's pretty much all it does.
What I do not understand, if this ring is supposed to be worn by a dwarven leader of dwarves in the service of Ostin back in the Demon War times, what good would it do to be wearing it and not being able to be healed by magic? That is what I'm asking this to the dwarves. I mean, the frog breathing underwater aspect of it makes sense. To the protection bonus makes sense, but why would I not be able to be healed?
Oliver kind of slams his hand on the table. Fool, you've been touched by a demon. None of the gods are going to heal you.
Oh, well then. And there's no way to take this off. I tried to go back and see, but I was not able to do so.
Ulrich, I'm sorry, brother. I don't know anything about. I knew that there was information about it. I've never seen one. I've never heard of one except in here. But we of course thought Ulston was long dead, but we wanted to make sure there was no residue of the demon and the demonic within that mind before we started any work.
Well, so much for that. Not sure if this thing will come back, but if it does, I want to know if it gets warm to the touch again, because I will go back into the past and try to figure this out with the dwarf I saw there. Because I do not want to keep wearing this if it's going to make me touched by Ostin. And by the way, is in the bar, Tim, do we have any clerical types? Is the priest of Posthumius in there at all?
Oh no, Parson Roberts is not here.
Okay.
But you see some other possible. You see a priest of Delaquain. You see a priest of Seraph in there.
I don't want to go near Serath with a demon thing on me. That's probably not good.
It's an option, yeah. Because you remember Serath was the one who led.
Yeah, that's
rolling that 20 to take it off.
Yeah.
You cut your finger off, by the way. That's an option.
Yeah.
As I'm going up for I'm gonna go to get the next round of drinks.
Would that be an artifact, the finger of Columbo?
Finger Columbo, yeah, like Vecna's finger. Yeah, our
Right.
Columbo's finger. Yeah.
Yeah, Columbo's it would be like Columbo's.
It'd be the middle finger.
Yeah, exactly. Columbo's middle finger of
God. Well, I'm going to buy a round for everybody, and on the way there, I'm going to purposely sort of nudge against the priest.
You're going to buy a round for everybody?
For everybody, not in the whole bar, just us.
Oh, okay, all right.
Those two, so five drinks.
So you're going to buy a round for the table.
The table, yes, everybody at the table.
I gotcha. Because a round for everybody would be the exponentially more expensive.
Yeah, no, but at first I'm gonna sort of wander over to the fire, look like I'm warming my hands, and on the way back to the bar, I'm gonna walk closely and just.
Well, when you go by the fire, you see Ivanov and Blake sitting over there.
Oh, that's live then. All right, I will stop there and say, gentlemen, we're back from the mine, and I kind of put my hand near Blake and say, "Look what I found."
Mithril. Very
nice. Not mithril. Nice. It is mithril, but there's a whole story here, Blake. Apparently, this is a ring of a symbol of office for the old demon army. The name is Osten. I don't want to say his word name too many times. I know he's a demon, right? I went back in time after putting something in something, and I came back with this on, and I met an old ancient 7-foot tall dark dwarf back there. And so
it was wise to put a demon ring on?
I didn't know it was a demon
Interesting.
ring. Yeah. Wisdom score's low.
Well, you're alive, so there's that.
I am alive. But yeah, just wondering if you knew anything about this Ostin person.
Ivanov, you see him and he's got his two hands. I'll take it all for you, brother. I just put your hand out. I'll take it all right on.
I do need
throw it in the fire, it'll be done.
Interestingly enough, I know demons and fire go along together, Tim. I'm going to put my hand with the ring on it. Let's say it's my left ring finger, like a marriage ring finger, right? I'm going to put it closer to the fire to see if it has any effect. Does it get warmer? Does it like if I put both hands close to the fire, is there any difference in the temperature I'm feeling for either hand?
No.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering if that would maybe do it.
I already gave you all the good stuff, Joe.
Oh, you never know. Could we discover more?
Well, yeah. I may not have told you all the bad stuff yet.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming. Yeah, that's what that wisdom save was all about while I was sleeping. I know that. I'm gonna have dreams of demons and shit. But on the way back thank you, gentlemen. I'm gonna head back to the bar after warming up, and I'm going to walk by that priest, not the Sarath one, the other one, Delaquain, and sort of just bump against him.
That is Fern up here. I believe Fern is the.
Okay.
Let me just double check right now. Actually have them all. What are you, Fern? I forget which one. Nope, not Fern.
Reading.
No, it's not
Drupa.
Freya. Redding looks he looks like one of the merchant guys. He's got all his guards sitting at the table.
Gotcha.
Those guys are showing. That has become like every game I have the official guard token. Like we used to have our own. We used to have the official guard figure miniature that we would always have, and we'd have like 20 or 30 in Rob's campaign. So usually in a campaign, I try to make up a official guard token, and that will be the official guard tokens from now on. As long as there we go. It is Wharton.
Perfect.
Wharton.
So I'm gonna, as I go back up there, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Angry Bob, how's it hanging?" As I walk by him and kind of snicker. That's my excuse to walk by Wharton and sort of brush against him.
You hear Bob go, "Fuck you, demons! Fucker!
Yeah,
get away from me!"
Keep on going. And as I'm walking by Wharton, I'm going to sort of bump against him accidentally. And sorry, sir, and walk to the bar. I just want to know if my grazing him with a demon-infested ring on my hand alerts anything out of the ordinary other than, no big deal. You know what I mean?
All right. Give me a 2d6 roll.
Okay. 2d6, 4.
Okay. When you bump into him, he turns around and pushes you.
Sorry, sir.
Touch me.
Sorry,
Who
good sir.
Are you?
I'm Columbo.
What? And he's like, "What is it about you?" Kind of looks at you.
I just got in from the road. I lift my arms up in the air. I haven't bathed in a month and a half. Other than that, have a good day.
Oh, I critically failed his spell.
Nice.
Well, finally, somebody else's turn to do that.
Right?
Yeah, that's two critical fails for me tonight. That's so. I forgot what happens to.
Yeah, we haven't been rolling dice at all on our side, so we're just gonna let you keep doing it, man.
I forgot what the.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
he has to do a penance of some sort, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's got to do something.
What's is he a wizard?
He's a
no,
priest.
he's a priest.
I was trying to see if my evil demon vibe rubbed off on priests by rubbing into.
He seemed to react to you pretty.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
But you're not sure because you're not the most likable person, anyways. So you're not sure. You're not sure. Maybe what it is. Because some people react.
The GM determines the exact nature of the penance based on deity and alignment.
I actually I have a 13 charisma. I got a +1 bonus. I ain't that bad.
No, I guess you're not. But
no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Jar Jim. Damn it. What do I have?
Yeah, Jar Jim's much better character than you.
I have a 12. He kind of is almost in some ways. I have a 12.
No, 12. Yeah, 12 and 13 are still +1 though.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got to do some sacrifice for five silver
pieces worth of.
So, what is his reaction upon failing his own spell after he does that? He knows what he did, right? He knows he failed.
Oh yeah, he knows he's failed, and he kind of you just see his face goes flush, and he's like, "I have to leave," and you see him excuse himself from his from the two that are there with him. And you see a halfling there, and the halfling has a big tankard that has a symbol of the Great Imbiber on it.
Aha!
And you see a Drupa next to her, which you don't know, but yeah, sitting next there. She's looking a little bit more somber and serious, and good old Jasper is not feeling any pain right now.
Sorry, I did not make the best first impression upon your friend there who fled, apparently from keep my arms down from now on. But my name is Columbo, and I'll reach out to shake their hand. Jasper first.
Go ahead and give me another roll.
Charisma?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm
2d6?
sorry. Reaction roll. Yeah,
2d6, okay.
roll. Yeah. You can add and then you
11.
add +1 to it.
So
you got
12, yeah.
So
yeah.
Jasper comes up to you. Hey. Columbo, it's good to see you, Columbo. You've got something on your face. And he reaches up and starts wiping kind of a stinky hand across the side of your mouth and your beard.
Jasper does this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Oh, that was just your beard. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've got a lot of it, though, on your face. It's all over.
It's endless jealousy from my halfling friends about my wondrous beard. I understand.
Oh.
I understand.
So, and you hear her go to Lavinia. Lavinia, an ale for my friend here. My bearded
Jasper's
friend.
a girl?
Yes.
Okay.
I will sit down and tell me a tale, my son.
I will do so. But first, Lavinia, for that table over there, I'll run her over some money and say, bring them some drinks, and I'll sit here with my new friends. How much are the drinks here, even?
They're 1 silver apiece.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's buying me, so I'll drop 4 silver.
Okay.
Shit. If you want to bump back to them, Tim, I don't want to hog this thing. I was just trying to figure if I was,
Sure. So yeah, so you see the cartoon of Columbo walking around and weird things happening as wherever he goes, people yelling at him, people running away from him, and people buying him drinks.
So pretty much
all within
usual.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
But Alric and Olgar, they're like, it's like, we're sorry about Columbo, but we didn't know it was going to be still active. We figured all of the things may have passed by then. I mean, we had our worries, but
Are these
kind of shake.
Are these idols common?
We're merchants. We don't usually deal with this kind of thing. And Alric kind of, he goes, he's like, the information about this mine was given to me by another source. We were struggling, Algar and I, we don't like to admit it, but we've been struggling with our finances. And what little bit we had in Scorn going for us was taken away by the Baron. We apparently did not pay our taxes. And we didn't pay the dwarf tax in the time that it needed to be done. And
The revenuers.
we were visited by a patron, a gentleman who seemed nice enough and well-to-do, and he called himself a dwarf friend, and that he was willing to help us out, but we would have to do the work. And he was the one who provided us with the location of the Stone Toad mine. And when we went back into our archives, this is where we were able to. He told us to look in there, and sure enough, we found this scroll.
I missed it. Was the patron another dwarf, or was it someone else?
They think it was either the one in Scorn that gave him the information
on where the mine was. Yeah.
Yeah. When they talk about that, their descriptions of him are, they kind of have a little bit of argument about, no, he wasn't tall. He was taller than this, and then he's like, no, he was about that tall. And then one would argue that he had long hair. He's like, no, he just had a beard. probably look. So when they're talking about the details of his description, they aren't agreeing on it. They almost they are describing two different people.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. So, I may run out and see how the rest of the community is faring with, with the 100 silver. Basically, I gave them to pick up supplies and stuff too.
Oh, okay. All right. Gonna see where Castro is and doing that.
Just making sure they're
You
not
saw
getting
her
ripped
heading
off.
towards one of the merchants to see what she could get out of it and whatnot. She was just going to see what she could get for it. She kind of told you, she goes, I'm going to go see who seems to be the most generous, and then I'm going to approach him when he's drunk.
Okay. That's a good. That's kind of sometimes more reliable than me trying to charm somebody. So we'll try that. We'll go with your plan first.
Agrees. Paul, both of you guys are now up to 2 adventures up. So all they need to do is complete one more adventure, and then they will be able to be leveled Chucky dolls. So
I mean, like a near death experience with a deer in the woods does not count as an adventure.
oh, I'm sure it would have been, if you guys would have hung around a little bit more. Yeah.
Giant feral deer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just see Burns just jumping on the back of the thing, just stab it in the back of his neck like a sewing machine.
Be a 72 pointer if it's a Comor Forest deer.
Right.
Hey, while Eleanor is in town, I know we talked about this, and I wish you have to remind me about that, about doing that charm spell with to make a charm scroll with the feather of the.
Yeah. So what you'll need is a week time to do it, and then spend 50 silver because because it'll cost you 100 in components, but your feather counts as 50 towards that.
Okay, so can I, during this same week that we're going to spend in Hounds Head, are we spending the week here?
Hell yeah. I'm not going in. Well, I can't use your spells anyway, but I want you to have those spells, right?
Right. So
Yeah,
if we
makes
hang around
sense.
here for a week, I can take this same week until because I would say this. I would say that that Eleanor doesn't feel safe going out into the Comor Forest, knowing that what she knows now with Tatiana is now opposing her in some way.
Yeah.
So I would take the week to commune with her and to I don't know, work something out or whatever. And in the meantime, if there is a penance to be done, if there is I could take, I could do that, and then while I'm working on that, I could do the scroll as well, and get that written, and go from there. And then whatever other things, I don't know what, as far as money or as far as what we cash in everything for, and whatever the boys might need to get them.
Yeah, I guess that's the main thing is you guys got a lot of cash. You got to, change into coin and figure out what you want to buy, if anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got 18 hard silver coins.
Yep.
Nice, man.
How many do I need to make a dagger? Essentially,
a dagger. Oh, you need. Let me look real quick. I know my little conversion table here.
Yeah.
It's not that many actually. It's less than what you need.
You got to make a sword, dude.
I want to say it's like
Can't use a
5.
sword. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm just thinking for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. The funny thing is with Blaga, I always forget that he's a mage. I keep on thinking he's a thief or a fighter or something. Like that.
No. I went full on goblin mage for the wolves.
Yeah. Let me 1 second here. Oh, there it is. Maybe. There we go. It will cost you. Wrong table. There we go. 5.
Okay. I'm
But
going
you'll have to find somebody who can do that.
Can the ringing anvil do it?
The ringing anvil, unfortunately, the guy is not a weaponsmith. He's not an armor smith.
Okay,
he's just a smelter. He buys straps.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. However, you do have a bunch of people in here right now that are like from caravans and different things.
Yeah, knowing caravans and stuff, there's often maybe some tinkers or some other skilled folks that might trail along to try to peddle their wares or their skills for somebody that might need it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they'll kind of hang around the edges of the caravans and, kind of look for anybody who looks like they might, have a forge.
Give me a 2d6 roll there, Vance, and then add any charisma bonus to that if you have any.
Do I have a charisma bonus? Actually,
or subtraction or penalty, which
actually I have a bonus because he's a cute little guy.
He's a cute little guy. Blogga the Charming, yeah. Blogga the Charming.
That should be his name for sure. Blogga the Charming. That would be his title.
Yeah, I like that.
Hello, I am Blogga the Charming.
Oh wow, 12.
Yeah,
you.
Oh yeah, he brought all the charm out. He smiled.
Yeah, you meet another goblin, tinker who's working for one of the caravans. Actually, he came in with the caravan from the miners from the Gorgon's Crag, and he's got a small anvil with him and that, and he's like, yeah, I can do that for you. That's not a problem. And he's like, I've heard, and as you guys are talking, I don't want to do the whole thing, but he's really impressed that about the whole camp, the goblin camp, and what's going on there, and he seems very interested in it.
Cool.
So by the end of this week, you'll have your silver dagger. He goes, it'll take me a little longer because I'm gonna have to borrow the smelter from the ringing anvil, but that's okay. Yep. He's pretty good with me and everything like that. Right. I'll help him do a few tasks around there in exchange for it.
Sure. So that just cost me 5 of the hard silver.
5. So he's not going to charge you anything. Yeah. So it just costs you the 5 hard silver.
Okay. All right. I'll probably give him 5 silver anyway, just for shits and grins.
He kind of he closes your hand, puts it back. He goes, put it towards the cause.
Okay.
He goes, yeah. He goes, I would rather come up here someday because I'm going to probably stay here for the winter. So maybe maybe I can visit the camp.
All right.
And I can help out there.
They need some skills, and it's pretty rough. Like not, it's.
You've never been to Scorn, have you? He goes, Scorn is pretty tough too.
Yeah. So,
but no, this is something that it sounds like I would be very interested in, and thank you for telling me about it.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll shake hands and bail on that.
Okay. All right. And then before. Is there anything? So you're going to be working on the charm scroll, or not charm scroll? It is a charm scroll. Charm person scroll
and the penance,
and whatever the penance. If there is.
Yeah. Why don't you? Okay. So Paul, your god is a very fickle god. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up to random chance. Okay. So what we're going to do I'll give you. Since it's going to be. We're both going to roll a d4. Okay.
Okay.
And if you can match my number with your number,
No.
then you did what she wanted to be done.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So just go ahead and roll a d4. So you'll want to roll a 1. Well, that should be easy.
Oh.
All right. So when you do the penance, it doesn't seem like she's accepting it. So what happens, Paul, mechanically, you're fine. After that week, you do get your spell back, but your spell casting now is all at -1.
Okay.
That's that resistance you're feeling.
Yeah.
So you spent 5. So you spent 5 silver on this penance thing for this week.
Okay.
You can try to do another thing in another week. You can try to do another penance to try to come back in full favor of her again.
Right. Okay.
So we can do that in another week. And again, we'll do the D4 and it'll be, just try to match it up. Maybe what I'll do for the next one, it'll just be a D3. So each time it'll be reduced by 1.
Be D4 -1.
No, instead of rolling a D4 to try to match, we'll just roll a D3 and try to match.
Is there a D3 on there?
Yeah,
Slash
you roll
R
a D6
space.
and you roll 1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4,
Okay.
They don't have, I don't know. Do they have a D3 on this? I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
just do
so.
/R space D3. That's all.
Oh, okay. I never did that before.
I think
Slash
DCC
R.
has like a D3, something like that.
Yeah, so you just do
Yeah,
a
that'll work.
slash
Yeah.
slash
So,
R, right? /R is the roll space D3, right? Roll a
Yeah.
D3. /R is the roll.
so that I mean, you'll still have capacity, all your spells and everything. You're just gonna that resistance that she's just you just feel that she's not willing to. She's miffed at you. She doesn't like it.
Well, it was pretty epic fail, so I don't blame her.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
as bad as it could possibly be.
Right, because I mean, you critically failed that twice.
She's not mad, just
That's right. Well, it's like, how about?
disappointed.
Well, but listen, I'm also a little miffed at her. I'm like, how about a little freaking help though? By the way, I'm like, hey, I'm serving. I'm in it.
You're not saying it out loud, are you?
No.
No. This is where you just say things.
Inner dialogue. Inner dialogue.
Yo,
And
lady.
then for your week, then what would you like to do during your week?
Me, Columbo?
Yeah. Columbo. Yep.
First, I want to sort of finish up just to get to know these two people, Jasper and Andrupa. I take it Andrupa of the Ash Forest. Is she an elf or?
She is. Yeah, she's a Comatori. So she's one of those. She's covered with ceremonial scars.
Okay.
Yeah, she is. Let me just bring her up again here too.
I want to sort of get to know, a little bit about them, I guess.
She's a wizard, and she does talk to you a little bit. She's very interested in your ring.
Oh, yeah.
She talks. She's like points to the ring. Mithril, correct?
It is indeed. It is indeed. Recognize the symbol there? No.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like a frog of some sort, but I don't know much. I don't have much dealings with frogs where I'm from.
I can imagine. Now, Tim, were the elves of the Ash Forest evil in some way? What am I? Do I have knowledge of this, my guy? I forget what I know. I don't know that if he knows.
Sure. The Ash Elves or the Comatori are like very vicious, savage folks that are always fighting demonic forces. They like where the Ash Forest is north of where you guys are at. That's where the Dwarven homeland kind of was at the same time, and that's where the Dwarven homeland disappeared from. And there's still open wounds that leak into the Abyss, and they come up through there. So they're still kind of fighting continued war. So the Ash Elves, if anybody out there hate dwarves, the Ash Elves would hate the dwarves more than anybody because they're still
Yeah.
cleaning up their mess.
And a demon ring wielding dwarf would not really go over too well in her eyes, I would imagine either.
She doesn't seem to be reacting though in a negative way. She seems to be acting more in a curiosity way.
Well, you do fight demons all the time up there, don't you? Still?
We do.
Do you have any knowledge, any lore of these old wars, or is that sort of lost to the annals of?
Some of us do. Some of us have quite extensive knowledge. My interests lay outside of the ash forest.
Oh, what are your interests lying?
She's like knowledge, coin, luxury. You can only live in the ash forest before so long before you get tired of drinking the soot-covered waters and the food that's always corrupt with the taint of the abyss.
Yeah, I could understand that. Must have fought some serious things in your time up there, though, huh?
Enough.
Anything about curses? Removal of said curses?
Not as much.
Jasper, you're a priest of the Great Imbiber, are you not, Jasper?
Jasper kind of grins at you and she points a thick little finger at you and she goes, "You bet your ass I am." And she hangs up in there. The Great Imbiber. He loves stories. He loves joy. You must laugh, and his blessing is upon you.
Ah, well, I've had some sad stories lately, and but I was wondering about what his blessing is upon me. How about his curse removal? How does that work?
Curse removal. I'll have to think about that when I'm a little less inebriated.
I'll remind you.
Or maybe more inebriated. She starts drinking again because she wipes her mouth, the froth. She goes, because it seems like the more I drink, the smarter I get.
Ah, okay. Well, I will bring it up to you when you're both drunk and sober and see which has the better answer. But ponder that. Removal of curses for a while, if you could.
I will do that. Thank you very much for telling me of your curse. I'm sure there's a great story behind that I would love to hear.
It's a story. I wouldn't call it great. It's a story, though. It's a story.
But someone who's possessed by a demon, it must be great. And then Jasper says that probably a little bit louder than she needed to say.
Oh, who's possessed by it? Nobody's possessed by a demon here.
She's like, why you wear the demon. The demon ring, the great demon ring. You wear the great, and she seems to be getting louder.
Jasper,
louder.
I put her mug in front of her lips. Jasper, have a drink. Finish your mug
She's
of
like,
ale
oh
here.
yes. Blessed be the great imbiber. As she drinks. You know she's drinking a lot, but her mug is not. It's still every time she puts it down, it still stays full.
Wow, that's a fine mug there.
It's a mug of the great imbiber.
I would trade the ring for the mug any day of the week.
Yeah. So you have that continuation with it. So what we'll do is I'm sorry guys, I have to cut the game here because I always got to get up early in the morning.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll pick up in the game in the next week and everything. We'll do you guys have done stuff for a week, and whatnot. If you want to do something. Because you're going to have a silver dagger, you're going to have a charm spell if you make your roll after everything's said and done and everything. Yep. And then you're going to look for you're going to try to get some sort of remove curse done, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to hit Blake up. I'm going to hit everybody who could cast any kind of spell that there possibly is. Blake, I'm going to hit Pausimius guy, everybody. You know what I mean? And try to figure that stuff out. Yeah, just to try to get it off of me,
So what we'll do is we'll pick it up then, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Does that sound good, gentlemen? All right. Cool.
So
cool.
we got the two for showing.
Near-death experiences. All right.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Tim, they need the gold value as well, Tim, or the silver value for all their shit they're going to sell.
Right. I kind of told them all that right now.
Yeah.
So The buckets of 10 are 18 each.
Okay.
The moonstones are you've got
Two
what did I say?
buckets.
2 buckets full of those.
Yeah.
And they're filled with let's see, I'll just roll randomly here. Okay. They each have 20 moonstones in them, rough moonstones, and you guys can sell those for about 10 silver each.
Nice.
So
All right, because we, as a
got,
group, we had moonstones too, guys.
Yep.
So we had
Yeah,
10 already.
I don't remember where they were. I don't have them on my sheet.
So yeah, you guys are all pretty much, and then you get 100 silver for the chest. We don't have to roleplay that. You can just sell it for whatever. If you guys decide to exchange that for coin and divide it up, that's fine.
So 10 moonstones for 10 silver each. If we had 10 gobs of 10, and you said we get 20, we get 18 silver. We had an even 20 in those buckets. Why don't we say we get 9 silver for these 10 gobs then?
Yeah. Yep. That works.
Right. So you guys divide all that stuff amongst you 3, right? Again, make sure you write down, Ken's share, whatever that would be, right? And then of the stuff we have here, it's 19 silver divided by 4. Can we say for even math, Tim, we got 20 silver?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 silver each for the tin and the moonstones that we already have. So add 5 silver each to each of you guys, okay?
And everybody will get another experience points for tonight. And like I said, make sure you put, I don't know, like 2 in the experience points for what I mean, you get your 2 for showing up, and then just 1 for the whole plan or whatever. Okay. Joe, you're gonna get I'm gonna give you 3 experience points tonight.
3 more in addition?
3.
Oh, 3 total. Okay.
3 total. They're getting 1. You're getting 3 because you.
Okay.
You were, I award bravery and stupidity almost equally.
All right.
No, you kind of explored and kind of learned a little bit of the history of that stuff. I'm trying to, and that. And then, did I give you XP for the goblins yet, Lance? For bringing them in?
I think you did last time because I had a total of 5.
Okay, so I couldn't remember if I did or not. I thought I did. Yep. Using the carousing tables. You know what, Mark? I'm not ready to use, because the carousing tables are just. I don't know. I can't bring myself to use them quite yet. I got to look at that because they end up with some crazy. You end up in a dungeon of a noble that you pissed off or something like that, and I'm just
No, yeah. I use
James Raji's one.
Carousing tables. James.
Oh, I don't know those. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I know in Shadowdark, that's where you can get a shit ton of XP is through those carousing tables. So, but I don't know. I have to think about it or make my own that I can like maybe digest a little easier for myself, and something that fits the campaign a little bit more. A little bit better and everything. So
does Gunry and Burns each get an XP?
Yeah. They're up to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they're up to 2. Yeah. Yeah. So all they have to do is go on one more adventure and not take a dirt nap, and they're good to go.
There we go. That's the whole thing.
Then they're leveled creatures. Yes. Leveled savages.
That's right. They are little savages. That's
yeah, they are. Yeah. So.
They're like Lost Boys.
Stabby twins.
They are. They're the Lost Boys. And if there's anything you want to do during that time, and what I'll do is if you guys is there like any plans you want to do, and I'll just throw this up here. These are just decides. These are not anything you have to do, but just if you decide that you want to do some sort of job or anything like that, that's what's on and Ivanov's board. I think you guys can manipulate all those, move them around. I think.
No. But Tim, you know what? We do have a map. Guys, we may want to consider. We found a
and
map.
you do have the map of the barrow
Northman tomb, right?
Yeah, the king, and it's a king's one.
Yeah,
too.
I mean that sounds like a nice little king's
the
tomb,
burrows, right? The barrows.
Yeah, it's a Northman tomb southeast of
Northman
Town's Head. Yeah, a cloven viscount symbol on it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Yeah, why don't we maybe, sound like maybe to just give Tim a heads up on prep time. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I would say let's
yeah, because I mean we could do it either way. I don't mind either way. We could do it organically, or if there's something you want to kind of plan ahead of time, that's fine too. I can do any of them. So.
All right.
Yeah. So if you guys want to do hit the Northman thing, well, I can plan for that, but also plan for just chaos.
Oh, that's going to happen anyway, regardless of where we go. I mean,
exactly. Yeah. So.
All right. Cool. I'm up to 7 XP out of 20, guys. Where do you land?
Rip Rap and I have that tree to look at too.
Oh yeah.
No.
Where was that tree? Was it near here?
You don't know. You weren't in the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It can't be far from the Goblin Camp, so that would be a small minor side trip.
I'm up to 7 XP. I think.
Yeah, that's what I got too. My bonus of.
Yeah, I need to write up my last 2 sessions along with the other 4 sessions I need to write up. So yeah.
Yeah, Mark, I really do like Shadowdark. There's some things I still have a hard time wrapping my head around. I'm not a big fan of always on initiative. It's just, I just like, whoever needs to go or something. I kind of do that anyways. I just kind of go through get what everybody wants to do anyways.
It feels counterintuitive in some ways.
To me, it does. Yeah.
Into somehow how a normal game would go per se.
Yeah. So while I understand why it's there, just it doesn't really fit into I think our flow of the game and everything. Right. But there's definitely like it a bunch, or I wouldn't be running a campaign on it. That's for sure. And writing adventures, but I think it's right up. It's part of my pantheon of systems now. Now the only OSE, Shadowdark, Swords and Wizardry Complete, and I'd probably throw Basic Fantasy in there also. But yeah, those are the ones I would go to run a game from. I guess White Box to a certain point, but White Box is almost too simple, too basic.
Not enough bells and whistles.
Just short of it, yeah. I mean, we can always add our own, but I'm not a big fan of one die for all weapons, kind of thing. I think it's better to have a 2-handed sword be more scary than a dagger, besides a -1 or a +1. If you got a giant holding a 2-handed sword and it's coming towards your head, Pucker's gonna shrink up a little bit more than a kid with a dagger trying to stab you and stuff. So, All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Thanks everybody out there for joining us.
We had
a lot of influx.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thumbs up, everybody.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Everyone. Bye-bye, and have a great night. Nobody rolled a critical. That's because we didn't fight. Fred, if we got into it, it would have been a failure after failure. Don't worry about it.
I was thrilled not to roll too many dice tonight. Eleanor was thrilled not to have to roll any dice.
No. All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
You will.
Bye.